Student development theory provides a framework to understand how students see themselves and relate to the world around them. My name is Lisette Davis, and I am the 2013-2014 advisor for the University of Arizona's Honors College Alternative Spring Break Trip, and I'm studying higher education as a graduate student at the University of Arizona. I have the honor of working with 11 students who have worked hard to put together a trip in which we will serve in 2 locations in San Francisco. This is the 3rd year the Honors College has done the trip, but the first time they've had a grad student. The trip leaders identified 2 main areas that they wanted to help in San Francisco. First, they wanted to work with GLIDE, a church that provides food to the homeless. And second, they wanted to work with the San Francisco AIDS Foundation. We left around 3 a.m. and it took over 15 hours to get there. We served at GLIDE, and the focus was serving food to others. San Francisco has a large homeless population. According to a recent report by the Business Insider, in San Francisco, there are 6,436 homeless people, and a little over half of them live on the street in San Francisco. If you're interested in serving the homeless in your own area, check out hungerhomeless.org. While at GLIDE, our team did a variety of things. Mostly, we served people meals. We also prepared all the food. GLIDE serves over 6,000 meals a day, and we were happy to be a part of the service. While serving at GLIDE, a woman came to me crying. I asked her what was wrong, and she explained that her husband left her with nothing. She only owned the clothes on her back, and she was pregnant. As tears fell down her eyes, she muttered the words, "I am hopeless." She then asked me for help. In an instant, I felt overwhelmed. How could I help her? Then I asked her to wait while I found the manager of GLIDE. I explained to the manager her situation, that there was a place that she needed. The manager was happy to help. He instantly gave me a resource to give to her. When I told the woman there was a place she could go, she was so happy. She had found hope again. This experience was moving both for myself and the students I worked with. We realized what a difference nonprofit agencies make in San Francisco and how they're able to really help others. That brought us to the San Francisco AIDS Foundation. The San Francisco AIDS Foundation provides free HIV and AIDS testing and counseling. According to the San Francisco AIDS Foundation, AIDS is prevalent in San Francisco with over 28,000 residents being diagnosed. The mission statement at the San Francisco AIDS Foundation is to reduce the number of new infections in San Francisco because they refuse to accept HIV as inevitable. Through education and advocacy, the direct services for prevention and care, we are confronting HIV and AIDS in the communities most vulnerable to the disease. They do this through packaging goods that help drug users use drugs in a healthier way. It causes you to change the way you think about attacking a problem. We spend about 10 hours packaging Brillo, which is used in a crack pipe to help filter out some of the chemicals that can cause sores or cuts. One of the students said she didn't feel the impact of what we were doing until we were walking down the street and saw discarded Brillo on that street. Sometimes it's hard to understand why we would create products or package goods that make drug use possible, but the philosophy of the AIDS Foundation is to meet people where they are, and that is something we saw value in. A large part of the growth happened on the spring break trip outside of the volunteering hours. The group purchased city passes and we traveled around San Francisco. Some students had never been to a large city, and while it was overwhelming, they also felt exhilarated. Others had never used public transportation and had to learn to navigate a large city. Overall, the trip was extremely impactful for both the students and myself. We learned about the world and our place in it. After all, the best way to find yourself is to serve others.